afternoon at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Check. 180! 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Let's go, one more.
A first down throw for Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Right back to Conner here on 1st. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run in.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Duke Johnson deep for Cleveland. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time. He's got a man, complete. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it'll be second and very short. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Roethlisberger now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The end result, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Cleveland.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. These two teams all tied after one. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Connor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. Big Ben, with his size, sometimes it still surprises me when he can dance for a first.
He's the preeminent quarterback at taking contact, shedding it, and turning it into a big play. You know what they say about him? It's not the first 3 seconds of the play that you worry about with him. It's the next 3.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 50.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll set the offense back 5, make it 1st and 15. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Regular.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Hey, alert 33.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30, past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, Second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 48 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Trying to get it to Landry there. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if you're starting through 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set! Black 20! Double bump. Alert, alert! Squeeze, double, double. 58 to Mike, 58. Black and
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Let's go.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll go out of bounds, but not before reaching the opposite 35. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jannard Avery leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Kirksey able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before we get a good head of steam going.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Set, 20. Regular.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Switzer. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. He'll get that one complete to counter. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And Pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it my
pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Flush to his right, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Black 20, 50, Nicholas, 66.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Roethlisberger now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. Roethlisberger will hand a counter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Again, a run with counter. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Black 20. 56. Set the tone, defense. Easy. Defense, let's go. Smooth. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
50. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Black 5. 56. 22, 44. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got? Hey, exit. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. What we got? 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. I'm coming for you, son. 77. 56 to Mike. 56.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Moncrief. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Connor. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels, and it's 3rd and short.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Here's Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Connor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Black 20. Jack 16. Mike 56, Mike 56. Ricky. No. Off. Switch.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with 8 seconds remaining. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Joseph on for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
31, Steelers 27.
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot,
it's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster finding the end zone on the game's final play. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Still got to be careful of a blocked return here on the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you